Hi guys, we're here today to review SB's 1v1 win against Hanex Hane from Detonation Gaming. So SB played Sparky, I think.
Yeah,
Both
Sparky and Pekka.
Sparky and Pekka. Okay, so let's SB over here to go through his play-by-play and why he did what. So hopefully you guys enjoy it and you can learn from it as well.
Okay,
So
let's start.
So this is the first game. So we have SB on top and Hanex Hane below. So by the way, Hanex Hane is a really good Japanese player, right? SB?
Yeah, he plays a lot of Sparky, Goblin Giant, and
He's known
Giant
for his
Skeleton.
Royal Giant, so that's why SB banned it. He didn't want to deal with it. So we can see that he banned Ewiz, so Sparky, I think Inferno Dragon might be quite strong once it's banned, so everybody gotta bring some zap. Okay, so why did you cycle the Dark Prince in the back? You're comfortable?
Just a safe play at the start really, and then as soon as he played Giant Skeleton, I just knew what he was playing. So.
You sure? You're that good?
No,
you know
not that
playing?
not that good, but I mean we were predicting he was gonna play Giant Skeleton.
Okay.
And then I faked him with a battle ram kite here. It was all the plan. That was just that was totally meant. And then defended the hog and counter pushed. And then he had the guards too, which is quite bad for my Pekka. And then he has the Inferno Tower too that we'll see later on. But first with Pekka, you kind of
so now more or less you know he's playing. His win condition is hog, so you gotta just make sure that your defense is right against his hog.
Yeah, so I'm just like cycling stuff in the back for most of it. I can take that damage there because if I spent elixir I'd be down, so I'm happy to just keep the way I am.
So what's going through your mind now? Like how do you want to get your win conditions through, or how are you gonna defend his hog?
I'm just gonna keep playing safe, playing stuff in the back.
That's not safe.
That's not safe, but that's because he played a Giant Skeleton, so if I just let him build up a push there, he could have got a hog down and a bigger push than I could have defended, so just keep playing stuff in the back.
So it's interesting, because for me, if I see Giant Skeleton, most probably I'll just put Pekka down as well, just to make sure that it's... I don't know, I can kill his Giant Skeleton, but you decided to push the other lane immediately.
No, because if you play a Pekka into it, it's just all going to die pretty much, so you kind of have to go opposite lane so you don't give him too much value for whatever goes into it. So, and now as we get to double, he's just used his hog, so he's got no win condition, so I can just Pekka in the back and not have a risk of being punished. And then I think I start a split lane push here, so I don't give him too much value for the Giant Skeleton bomb again. So still just playing stuff in the back and building up a push of both lanes. And then I'll use the minions here to get the Inferno Tower, just so the Pekka can stay alive a little bit longer. And still going. And
so he's playing quite defensive at this point, but he doesn't really have much now because he used his guards for the left. So
and I was up by about 7 elixir then, so that's why I did the Pekka. And that hog opposite lane is really good for me because I can defend that hog and then counter push both lanes like I would do in a normal push. And that's when he's we're on equal elixir, but I've got a Pekka and a Dark Prince up, so then I use the minions in the middle.
So do you think it was a mistake for him to hog? He should have just defended?
Yeah, I think so, because it gave me 2 lanes to push, which is what I want, really.
Okay.
And then I'm getting damage on both sides. I see that he's lower than me, so I go over Dark Prince opposite lane. So then I go Bataram opposite lane because he has to use the Giant Skeleton. So just split his elixir
very
both
good
sides.
double lane pressure here from SB. So this is most probably what you guys want to do for all bridge fam kind of decks.
Nice. Yeah, well that's kind of the idea. You need to count like the rotations and stuff like that and the elixir most of the time.
Okay, so now we'll move on to the second game.
Starting about here.
Okay, so now you must feel really confident, right? You won.
Yeah, it was pretty good, and I was expecting him to play Sparky next game, which kind of worked out pretty well too. So just starting up right now.
So did you switch decks this time?
Yeah, I did. I played a really special deck that I made in training, so I was hoping it was worked. I felt a lot more confident to play it now because I was 1-0 up. I wouldn't have played it if it came down to 1-1 or when I was 0-0. So now he started off and he won't have an idea what I'm playing. So still just playing stuff in the back, simple. Cycling to my elixir pump because that's the main point of this deck. Elixir pump, Sparky and a balloon. And as soon as he plays a Sparky, I'm pretty happy with it because I've got a Sparky too, but I also have the Zap, which to counter his Sparky. So I just mirror his Sparky in the back and make it pretty simple. Nothing special to start. And then he goes with a giant goblin into my Sparky, which I definitely wouldn't recommend. But probably in his eyes right now, he's thinking I've got a lot of lightning value, but he doesn't know that I actually have pump. So that's really good for me. So he can't punish my pump, and I won't be down too much elixir.
So yeah, the moment you baited out his lightning, so you were just gonna pump up and then just defend.
So he's used his spell early.
He used his win condition as well, so you could just pump up.
Yeah, and there's no way he can punish me, and especially with Rascals too. If you just try and just bridge spam stuff, it's still pretty good for me.
So at this point, you must feel really confident now that you have a full pump.
Yeah, I have a full pump lead, and now it's just trying to make use of it. So pretty much the aim of this deck. So I see he just used the Bar Barrel there and a Mega Minion in the left lane. So I know that he's got no counter to the Rascals and only one air counter to the Balloon. So that's why I just did that at the bridge, and he had to overspend to defend it, and I can cycle back to my new pump. So that was the main thing. I'm just cycling troops to get back to my pump.
Yeah, because he used a meta deck, so most probably after playing a few cards, you would already know all his cards. So that's why SB could do that.
And then I went with the Lumberjack there, just pressure with the minions, and I just want to get back to my pump every single time. So now he's got no Spark in hand, so I can just... Oh, he uses Bar Barrel. So yeah, I took kind of his counters and just kept spamming.
SB was really good with the opponent's rotation, so the moment Bar Barrel is out, you know his Rascals are quite strong, so he could just bridge it.
And then go with the Lumberjack as well, because he's just used his guards, and he still has to overspend to defend it, and I'm still up elixir with the pump, and got his tower down to 600 HP.
Yeah, so the key thing for SB here was to keeping track of his ground units and his spells, so the guards, the hunter, that's why he could bridge spam that Lumberjack.
But the thing now is, I don't have the pump lead, so my pump lead has got me down to 600 HP, but now I can't pump, or else he can just do one big push, and because it's sudden death, he can just take my tower, and I lose pretty much straight away. So now it's just, I'm never going to pump again, and I'm just going to keep on defending. And keep on going bridge balloons, just not even to get a connection, just to get death damage as much as I can. So I'm just going to keep on mirroring his Sparkies, and going with balloons at the bridge as much as I can.
So when he went in opposite lane, you just defend.
Yeah, because I've got high DPS with the Lumberjack, and I can also use the Rascals too. And then I'll just keep on playing stuff and try and cycle balloons, and get death damage as much as I can.
And you decide to play the balloon first before the Lumberjack is because you want to get it back
That's
earlier?
because of my cycle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because some people do it because they want to get back the balloon earlier.
Well, that works too, actually, but that's just because of my cycle then too. And I get death damage there, so that's all I wanted from that exchange. And I'll just keep on doing that as much as I can. Keep on ballooning, just for death damage. Because it's actually quite hard to defend the Sparky, the Lumberjack, and the balloon.
Yeah, so at this point, when you used his lightning, it was never in your consideration to pump again.
No, it's too late.
You were confident that you could break through.
Well, even elixir, or he's actually up 2 now. So if I pumped, he would literally just go with Goblin Giant and spam everything at the bridge, and he'd at least get 3 hits with the Goblin Giant, and then it would be a lightning to kill it. So now he goes opposite lane again, but he has no answer for my Rascals. So I just zap his Sparky, and then I can build up a big push on both lanes now that he won't be able to defend. That was his last kind of attempt of pushing with the Goblin Giant. And then I'll just go with a balloon as well. And he's got not enough elixir. He has to snipe to his hunter as well, so he has to use his snowball before his hunter, which isn't ideal.
Yeah, and that was a clutch zap there.
And then I would have got balloon death damage, and that's GG. That's the set one, which is pretty cool.
So what do you think, like, was it won in the first push? Like, because he decided to lightning on offense?
Yeah, so pretty much, if I wouldn't have got his tower down to 600 in the first...
Because of your full pump lead, that's why you could keep
if I wouldn't have got that down, it would have been hard to get any more balloon damage, and he would have probably eventually won with the single lowest tower rule, so that was kind of the winning part of the game.
Yeah, so... That's what we also discussed before in training. Never use your spells on your first attack.
Yeah,
because you never know if they have a pump.
Yeah, it's pretty risky.
So
thank
guys,
you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something.
Yeah, if you guys have any comments, just leave it below in the video, and we'll see you soon again.
Bye bye.
Bye.